hearts. Welcome to a brand new episode. Today's story is taken from the books of Exodus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, and Joshua, and it's all about Joshua, the brave leader who followed Moses and led God's people into the promised land. Who was Joshua? Before he became a great leader, Joshua was a boy born into slavery in Egypt. His full Hebrew name was Yehoshua, meaning the Lord saves or God is salvation. He was from the tribe of Ephraim, one of the 12 tribes of Israel, and his father's name was Nun. Joshua was born while the Israelites were still slaves in Egypt. Just like Moses, he grew up hearing stories of how God rescued his people through Moses, the 10 plagues, the parting of the Red Sea, and the giving of God's law on Mount Sinai. As grew older, Joshua became Moses' faithful helper, learning from him and serving with courage. Joshua the spy. When the Israelites reached the border of Canaan, the land God had promised, Moses chose 12 men, one from each tribe, to explore it. Joshua represented the tribe of Ephraim, and Caleb represented the tribe of Judah. They visited places like Hebron, where the giant Anakim lived, the valley of Eshcol, where they found a huge cluster of grapes. When they returned, 10 spies were afraid and said the cities were too strong. But Joshua and Caleb stood firm and said, "The land is very good. Don't be afraid. If the Lord is pleased with us, He will give it to us." Sadly, the people did not listen. So God made them wander in the desert for 40 years. But He promised that Joshua and Caleb would live to enter the land. Moses passes the torch. When Moses grew old, God chose Joshua to be the new leader.
Take Joshua, son of Nun, a man in whom is the spirit of leadership, and lay your hands on him.
And lay your hand on him. Moses did this in front of all the people. God told Joshua, "Be strong and courageous.
Be strong and courageous,
for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." The spies and Rahab. Before the Israelites entered Canaan, Joshua sent 2 spies to Jericho. They stayed at the home of Rahab, a kind woman who believed in the God of Israel. She hid them from the king's men and helped them escape using a red rope from her window. In return, they promised to save her and her family when the city fell. Rahab's faith was rewarded. She later became the great-great-grandmother of Jesus. The Battle of Jericho. God gave Joshua unusual instructions. March around the city once a day for 6 days. On the 7th day, march around it 7 times, blow the trumpets, and shout. The people obeyed. On the 7th day, after the trumpets sounded and the people shouted, the mighty walls of Jericho fell flat. God gave them the victory. God makes the sun stand still. Later, when 5 kings attacked Israel, Joshua prayed, "Sun, stand still." Over Gibeon, God answered. The sun stayed in the sky until the battle was won, a miracle never seen before or since, dividing the promised land. After many victories, Joshua helped divide the land among the 12 tribes. The tabernacle was set up in Shiloh, and the people had a home at last. Joshua's final words. Before Joshua died at 110 years old,
"Choose today whom you will serve, but as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord."
But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. He was buried at Timnath-Serah in the hill country of Ephraim. What can we learn from Joshua? Faith, believe in God's promises. Even when others doubt, courage, be brave, because God is with you. Obedience, follow God's instructions. Even if they seem unusual, leadership, care for others, and help them trust in God. Mary. Verse. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Joshua 1-9. See you in our next episode, Little Hearts, where we'll discover the stories of the first judges after Joshua: Othniel, Ehud, and Shamgar. You may have heard of Deborah, another great judge, and just like her, these leaders were chosen by God to guide his people. Bye-bye for now.